Hello, my friends, and I just want to say, for the record, I have been wanting to do this video since November, December it was, this past November, December, but everybody told me not to. Other YouTubers, my mom, my attorney, the police, investigators, like everybody said, don't do it. It's going to hinder our investigation. It might cause problems. It might, prevent you from, future litigation. Like, I was just like, okay, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut. But I had a feeling that this was going to happen. And here we are. You know what I'm saying? So I got a very interesting message from one of my subscribers yesterday claiming that Bijou Beauty Box has disappeared and has not been sending people their boxes, is not responding on social media. And I'm like, again, I had a feeling that this was going to happen. So, especially after everything I learned this past November and December, on top of everything else. So, if you have or are currently subscribed to Bijou Beauty Box or have ever subscribed to Bijou Beauty Box, I highly suggest that you watch this video, share it with your friends, do whatever you guys got to do, because scam alert, you guys, definitely be watching your banking institution. And if you currently have an account with them, change your cards. We're going to get into the whole thing. So let's just do this. All right, you guys, so before we get into today's video, just a couple of things. Well, first of all, if you're new here, hi, how you doing? I'm really sorry you're here under these circumstances. Like, this sucks. I'm like, my apologies, sincerely, from the bottom of my heart. I know changing bank information, all that, it just sucks, but I'm here for you. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. My email, all my information is always down below in the description box. My name is Alexandra again. And if you'd like to stay up to date on information and whenever happenings like these happen, please feel free to hit the subscribe button and also set the notification bell to notify all videos, because we do try to stay on top of things like that. That's what we do around here. All right. So secondly, obviously my voice sounds like Dookie today, you guys. I'm sorry, but as usual, mom life, we just rolling with it. And third, every single time I wear this shirt, I don't know why, somebody's got something to say about it. So let me just say right now, I was born in the 80s. This, my friends, is a Tom Petty song. This is actually lyrics, a section of lyrics to a Tom Petty song. So it's not me trying to say that I'm a good girl, okay? For crying out loud, I spent 10 years in the Army, deployed twice. Enough said, right? Okay, so Tom Petty song. I will link the shirt down below where I got it from. amazing seller. All right, let's talk about Bijou Beauty Box, because you guys, all right, so what better way to start a video like this than at the beginning, because I feel like there's a beginning, a middle, and end here, especially with this story. So let me tell you a story. All right, so obviously back I don't know, a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, I had like 9,000 subscribers or what have you. Back, I wouldn't say right when I first started my channel, but as I was about a year into my channel, right? So I had about 9,000 subscribers. Bijou Beauty Box reached out, asked me if I would review her box. That was back when she very first started, which wasn't an issue to me. I was like, yeah, send it to me. I gave her a really good review because, quite frankly, the box was really amazing. Still to this day, one of my all-time favorite indie brand palettes, which, sorry to say, they don't even make anymore, was in that box. So it was a really, really amazing box. Now, right after that, there was a lot of rumors and speculations, because her box was so good, right, that maybe she was buying from liquidators and things like that, because she had like a really good mix in there. She had some Kylie Cosmetics, Glam Light, some bigger brands that not even BoxyCharm and Ipsy was at the time able to get in their boxes, like brands that nobody could get their hands on, but somehow she was getting her hands on. So you guys as subscribers reach out to me and you're like, hey, Alex, investigate this girl, find out what's really going on. So that's what I did. I reached out to her personally. I was like, hey, is there any way you can show me like invoices for where you got this stuff at? And she sent me everything from her tax filings to her, you know, company. I mean, everything. I have her company license, everything. But here's the thing, you guys. Here's the kicker in all of this. None of it is in her name. None of it is in her name. And I asked why. Now, of course, I'm going to show it to you, but as you can see, it's blacked out because we're on YouTube and I have to protect privacy. There's privacy information that I have to protect by law and by YouTube's guidelines, right? So, but the name on everything is her boyfriend's name. And I actually kind of had a little bit of a problem with that at the time. Like, I did bring that up to her. I'm like, but hang on. So you guys aren't even married, you're just dating. So if he feels like kicking up and taking off, he can do that and just shut everything down. And she was like, no. I put all the money into this and, you know, told me everything that happened. And basically what she had told me that happened was that she had owned other makeup like reselling companies in the past. She owed tax money on those companies, so she couldn't have any accounts in her name, and she was currently trying to pay those, you know, taxes and things off. But in the meantime, she had to put everything in his name. Their relationship was good and all of that, and she's been running it that way this entire time. So again, it wasn't, you know, and this is, I want to go ahead and say this right now. Like, I am not a person that is going to judge you on your past. Everybody has a past. Everybody has done things in their past and done things within their life where they're not proud of it, or they've made mistakes or whatever, especially in your early 20s, which at the time this girl was in, right? So I'm like, okay, I totally get it. We all make mistakes. I don't really care what you did then. What I care about is what you're doing now. And what she was doing now was everything was legit. Everything was by the book. She was paying her taxes. She was doing her thing. She had all her licensing. She had everything that she needed to purchase cosmetics at wholesale pricing from Glamlight. She had actual invoices straight from Glamlight to her. You know, the Kylie Cosmetics stuff she had purchased directly from Kylie's site. I think it was like on a discount, like they were having like a sale day or something, like if you bought so many of this. And she was doing that to draw people into the box, essentially. So, you know, she would put these amazing brands in the box, then people would sign up for it. They would get it for that first month or two. But of course, she knew she wasn't going to be able to keep up with that. Her plan was to get an investor, because that's basically what you have to do in these types of situations to be able to keep up with the demand. Because once so many people start seeing that you have an amazing box, right, then they start signing up, just like happened with the Box by Fashion stuff. It's happened with BoxyCharm. It's happened with a lot of them. And then you need to start seeking investors and things, because otherwise you're not going to keep up with a $25 box. You got to start raising your prices, that sort of thing. All right, as everybody, hopefully you guys are on track and I haven't lost you so far. Okay. So naturally, after my video went up, a lot of the rumors and speculation stopped, because at that point we have proof that she wasn't buying from liquidators. She was actually buying and purchasing the products directly from the actual brands, because we had the invoices. So business did in fact pick up for her. And I think she actually did end up getting an investor of sorts. I'm not sure 100% on that. And I'm not sure if she did get the investor, who exactly it was, but from what I was told, she did end up getting an investor. Now, a few months after my video went up, as a lot of you guys know, Just Ann and I, who were very good friends, end up having a falling out. Now, that falling out, for the most part, happened behind closed doors. But as you guys have seen this past November and December, it became very public when videos were made, and a lot of it had to do with a certain thumbnail that was made and posted up on Facebook that Just Ann and her friends were all telling her, and she thought that I had made this thumbnail about her. And then I made my video claiming that, you know, all the signs kind of pointed that it looked like she may in fact have done it. Now, when Just Ann and I finally got in contact with each other this past December, that is when we put our heads together and I started doing some sleuthing with having now more information from her, information I hadn't had prior. We did some investigating, or I shouldn't say we, it was really me. I ended up paying for a third-party investigator app, and I went through and I started searching the screen names that had posted everything, and come to find out it was actually Bijou Beauty Box who had created and made this thumbnail. Right now, we didn't know that, of course, at that time. And what I think is really funny about this is at that time, she, of course, come to find out, and again, I didn't find this out till this past November, December, she was apparently telling Just Ann, and was one of the many individuals in her ear telling her that I was actually the one that made it. And what was really funny about that whole situation was she was the first one that found out about it, like that found the message. And, you know, I feel like that, you know, if we weren't so busy fighting, you know, about the dumb stuff, which she was, come to find out, creating, we would have maybe figured that out a lot sooner, because I mean, she was the one who initially messaged me and said, hey girl, you up? Like, of course you're up, you got a baby, look what I found, kind of thing. So, you know, this whole situation was, it was really crappy, and come to find out she was the one that was behind it, which is why, again, this video didn't get made back then, because I wanted to pursue cyberbullying charges against Bijou Beauty Box. Now, I did contact the police, I did file a report, I did do all of that. The inspectors, of course, wanted to talk to Just Ann, because initially everything that happened to me was as a result of it happened to her. Like, the initial thing that happened that was made was about her and her daughter. Okay. So to pursue anything against myself, it had to kind of start there. So they needed to talk to her. And the last time that I spoke to Just Ann, she said that she didn't want to talk to the investigators and inspectors until she spoke with her husband first. And the last time I talked to the investigators and inspectors, they said that Just Ann had not and would not return their phone call. And, you know, they couldn't give me any more information past that they were still working on it. And that's the last that I've heard of it. I have called since then. The inspector just basically doesn't answer my call, and then calls me back and leaves a message and says, we don't have any more information at this time. We haven't gathered any more evidence, you know. So I'm kind of a little upset that more wasn't done, and especially as big of a deal as everything was made about myself. When everybody thought that I made this thumbnail, you know, and everybody that was gunning for me. I mean, for crying out loud, people made videos and made fake Facebook posts claiming that I wrote them, and tried to make me out to be a racist and just like all kinds of other things, and emailed them to businesses and subscription boxes and stuff to have me kicked off a PR list all over this post that everybody thought that I made, that come to find out I didn't make. And I, you know, still to this day don't feel like I ever really got a real apology for everything that me and my family went through for a year over that. But it is what it is at this point, because I feel like what goes around comes around, you know, and this is just a perfectly good example of that. So The other thing, let's talk about Millenial Beauty, because this is another thing and person that is involved in this Bijou Beauty box, and another company that I wanted to do a video on a long time ago, but did not because of the involvement of Bijou Beauty box. So let's pause Bijou Beauty box for just a second, and let's talk about Millenial Beauty. So if you guys remember, Millenial Beauty was the company that made the That Ass CBD Peach Booty Scrub right here. That was featured in a lot of boxes. I think this was in Slut Box. I think there was a product of theirs that was also in, not this product in particular, but there was another product of theirs that was in Fashionistas The Box. There was products of theirs that have been sold on BoxyCharm's pop-up and add-on website, including this mask, by the way. And as you can see, the issue with this mask is, I mean, you know, she said that it was the clay separating and things like that, which does seem very much the case in like this particular bottle. But, yeah. Like if you open it up and look at it, there literally looks like stuff growing in there. And this could be another thing that maybe we need to do another mold test on. I actually wanted to send this off to the lab. Now, here's what's crazy, and this is how Millenial Beauty and Bijou Beauty Box are involved. So this product was put in Bijou Beauty Box's box. This was one of many products put in her box. Well, come to find out, Millenial Beauty and Bijou Beauty Box both live close to one another, and they met up and basically made a deal. The deal was if Bijou Beauty Box put Millenial Beauty's products in her box for 6 months, so 6 boxes, that she would give her like a deep discount. Now, here's what's crazy. I actually found out how much she was having these products made for. And I mean, we're talking like $3, you know, total is what, you know, this product was made for. But she was selling them for $40, $50, $60. Now, during and right after this deal happened right here, Millenial Beauty actually ended up purchasing another subscription box. The name of that subscription box is Glow Addict Beauty Box. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen Glow Addict Beauty Box, and the products that are in Glow Addict Beauty Box a lot of times seems very similar to Bijou Beauty Box. A lot of people thought that Glow Addict and Bijou Beauty Box were one and the same. A lot of people thought that Glow Addict might have been a new version of Yes Oh Yes, but no, Glow Addict, the owner of Glow Addict Beauty Box, is the same owner, Solange, that owns Millenial Beauty. They are one and the same, which is why if you look on Glow Addict's post, you will see literally it looks like 3 separate people commenting, but they're all the same people. It's Solange, which is also a YouTuber, by the way. So Solange is a YouTuber who purchased and made Millenial Beauty, who then also purchased Glow Addict Beauty Box. And from what I was told by Bijou Beauty Box, apparently she has her dad's credit card, and just, I think she even like made a TikTok or something, like a whole joke about it, about her swiping her card. I don't know if that's true. I haven't actually seen that TikTok. That was like over a year and a half ago, but this is what was alleged. Okay. I just want to be perfectly clear on that. This is what was alleged to me by Bijou Beauty Box. Now, when Bijou Beauty Box put these products in her subscription box and it got the backlash from everybody, that's when she kind of like rethought, like, oh no, maybe I kind of need to like, you know, back out of this deal and not have her products in there, because everybody kept saying, why do you continually put her products in your box? Like every other box threw out Millenial Beauty's products and refused to put them in their box, except Bijou Beauty Box. And I don't think they knew, because Bijou Beauty Box was under contract with Glow Addict / Millenial Beauty. And the reason being is because she got like a stupid, crazy deal on these things. Okay. So basically she had to continually put them in her box, and that's why they continually happened. So what Bijou Beauty Box did was she contacted me and she said, hey, I think you should investigate this, you know, because I also got one of these and I was actually already sort of investigating it. Like I was looking into, I wanted to figure out what was going on, if this was in fact mold or not. But Bijou Beauty Box did provide me with a lot of behind the scenes information, like the factories that actually make this product, the warehouses where this was made. Like I actually got video clips. Like because of the information that she gave me, I was able to take that information, follow it down a trail, find more information. I found like where these products were being made in this warehouse out in California. It was not clean. It was not sanitary at all. It was absolutely disgusting. It was like two sweaty guys like mixing stuff. It was really gross. And quite frankly, I wanted to do an entire video about it, but then I found out that apparently this whole deal had happened. And I felt like I was being used by Bijou Beauty Box to get out of this deal that she made with the owner of Millenial Beauty, now the owner of Glow Addict Beauty Box / the YouTuber's Lounge. So I'm like, I'm not going to be used as somebody's puppet to, you know, now I still find that these products are gross. I will say absolutely the owner of Millenial Beauty did lie to me, did get caught in several lies. They also, both the owners of Millenial Beauty and Bijou Beauty Box have a lot of problems with the owner of Try Beauty Box for a lot of similar reasons, for, you know, bad products and stealing products and not, I mean, just like a whole mess of crap. You guys, I don't even think, and I've said this once before, that everyone really realizes how much all these box owners are tied into one another, like behind the scenes, like, and how much they talk crap about one another and try to stab each other in the back and try to set the other one up for failure. It's really quite comical. And, you know, and I will almost bet money that more than likely Bijou Beauty Box was probably telling her best friend, Glow Addict Millenial Beauty, like, I don't know why Alex is coming for you and all of this stuff. Meanwhile, she is feeding me the information. And again, this is why I refuse. Like, I'm not somebody's puppet. So that is why, for those of you guys that have been asking me, well, whatever happened to Millenial Beauty? Why didn't you do a video about them? That's why, because I found out that there was this contract going on and that Bijou Beauty Box was essentially trying to get out of the contract by having this company ruined. Now, granted, where she was having these products made at were gross and not up to standards at all. Not at all. And I had already stated that several times in videos. I had already sent emails to all of the subscription box owners letting them know, hey, these are not up to standard. Like, what I found out about this company is not good. Now, I will say this. Supposedly, again, I do not know, this is alleged, but supposedly the owner of Millenial Beauty / Glow Addict Beauty Box / the YouTuber's Lounge has a new lab making these products. I have not seen any proof of that, but supposedly she is having these products now made in a new laboratory with new guidelines and so on and so forth. Again, I haven't seen any evidence of that, but that is what is being alleged now. Don't know how true it is. Just giving you all of the information as always, and trying to decipher and let you guys know, like, this is fact. Like, fact is, these products were not made to standard, were not made in a good place. The products now that she's selling, I don't know. She supposedly has told a third party, not myself, that they are being made in another lab. She told me right after I found out where these were being made and everything, that she was having them made in a new lab. But that was like days after. And I'm like, there's no way, because it takes like, especially another lab in another country. Like there's paperwork, there's processes, like it doesn't work that fast. So like at that time I was like, yeah, there's no way that you contacted a lab and already have new products made up in 2-3 days. Like there's no way, in another country and already like there's no way. So I'm just, again, giving you guys all of the information. Now, after Anne and I discovered that Bijou Beauty Box was in fact the one who actually made this fake screenshot, and I would not be surprised if she had help in doing this, if there were other individuals involved. I don't know. Again, this is pure speculation. This is not fact. This is my speculation, but I would not be surprised at this point, because I've heard a lot of things. I've heard a lot of things. And what I will say, though, is I do know for a fact 100% that she did do it. We do have evidence of that. And when we looked that evidence up and looked up everything else, come to find out that isn't all that third-party criminal background checker and everything checked. She does have theft, and a pretty heavy theft, like felony theft. She actually was, I don't know if it was in jail or prison, but she was incarcerated for it for quite some time, was out on probation or parole, just finished that, by the way, I want to say last year. And she had embezzled money from a company that she had worked with prior. So she worked for this company, apparently got fired from them, went in, dressed up, and acted like she still worked there, like basically took their deposit money, their money that they're supposed to deposit into, you know, the bank and whatever, took that deposit money, acted like she was going to go deposit it, and instead took off with it. And then she apparently went back and tried a second time, which I think is when she got caught, or got caught not too long after that. You'll have to, again, log on, look at the information, because it's all it's all right there in black and white. And again, I looked all this up back at the end of November, beginning of December. So she does have priors for theft. So I do want to make that very clear. If you are currently subscribed to Bijou Beauty Box, I would highly suggest that you, number one, change your banking information, because even if you cancel your subscription, your banking information is still on file. Unless you change the card. So this is what I would do, and this is what I told you guys to do with the Yes Oh Yes stuff, is you log on to your account, okay? Like even if you haven't been subscribed, even if you subscribed like a year ago, your account information is still there, your banking information, everything is still there, you guys. So go into it, change it from the existing card that's on there, unless that card is already expired and is no longer working. Put a prepaid card or a card that is no longer working or whatever, because here's the deal. The same thing happened with Yes Oh Yes. Yes Oh Yes took off, and that's kind of what happened with this girl. This girl has not shipped out any boxes since March, and in March, she shipped out January and February's boxes. So she owes March's box, April's box, and May's box, and now we're in June. Okay, so this is kind of the same thing that happened with Yes Oh Yes. Yes Oh Yes took everybody's money, dipped, disappeared, didn't reply back. The only difference is she still is sending out emails. Like a friend of mine, Michelle, you guys all know Michelle, she just received an email from this subscription box the other night saying, hey, sign up, subscribe, da-da-da-da-da. So they're still advertising. They're still trying to get people to subscribe, but they're not sending out any boxes. They haven't sent out any boxes since March. And again, the boxes that were sent out in March were January and February's box. They're not responding back to anybody on their social media accounts. I just got on and looked and went through everything yesterday. As of yesterday, May 31st, there were no responses. And if there are any responses after at this point, I feel like it's because obviously this video is going out and they're trying to see why I'm just telling you guys right now, change your credit card information, cancel your subscription. somebody told me that they could not get their money back from their bank because they had paid for the subscription almost a year ago, like 8 months ago or something like that. And their bank told them that it was like a 90-day thing. So I did contact my banking institution, which is USAA, to find out what exactly the rules and regulations on that are. And they stated that if you purchase something in advance, like a subscription box, you paid for a year in advance, that there is a 2-year claim. There's a 2-year window that you have to go back and claim statute of limitations. There's a 2-year statute of limitations to go back and claim and say, I did not receive this. So as long as it falls in the 2 years from the time that you signed up or paid it to the time that you haven't received it, as long as, you know, it hasn't been 2 years since you first paid it, you can absolutely go back. And it's a separate paperwork that has to be filed. I hate to say this, you're going to have to rattle some chains at your bank. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks. And I'm sorry, you guys. Again, I tried to tell you guys without telling you back when all of this happened. Like, that's why I took all of the boxes down. I took my investigative videos, you know, clearing her, so to speak. I took all of those videos down. I removed everything off my Instagram, everything, because I did not want to be associated with the subscription box. I refused to vouch for the subscription box. And, you know, I didn't want anybody to think, you know, that this subscription box was on the up and up, because they're clearly not. And, you know, at this point, I highly suggest, again, go in, change your banking information, contact your banking institution. If you have paid for a box, it's within the 90 days. File a thing with your bank saying that you have not received your items. Go ahead, do it, you guys. I'm just telling you right now, holidays are over, banks are open. Do it first thing tomorrow morning. If you have any questions, or you need, if you are getting an attorney to go after this individual for lost, for your money, and you need the owner, the actual owner of the company whose butt is on the line for all of this, I do have that information. I will happily email it to whoever needs it, because it is a public record. So you can contact me via email. I will happily send that to you. I'm not sending you anything private. It's, again, it's public record, so anybody can pay to get that information. So anyways, and that's all I have for you guys today. I am really sorry that I'm having to do this video. I'm really sorry if you are one of the individuals affected by this. I don't really know what else to say, you guys. Like, again, this is why I wanted to do this video back in November, but everybody told me not to. And, you know, I was really kind of hoping that, you know, like I said, I try not to judge people on their past. You know, I was kind of hoping that she had changed and was trying to change and do better and what have you. But then all the stuff came out. I found out she was the one that actually made that thumbnail. She never contacted any of us. Like, she was contacting all of them behind closed doors up until my video came out. And then nobody's heard a word from her since. And now this. So am I surprised? No, I am not. You know, I do know, as I said, the owner of Millenial Beauty is very good friends with her, / the owner of Glow Addict Beauty Box. If I was you, I would stay the hell away from that subscription box as well. But that's my personal opinion, because I feel like, you know, you are who you hang out with, essentially. Whether or not you believe that's true and what you do with your money is up to you. I'm just giving you guys my opinion based on the entire situation. So with all of that being said, that is all, again, that I have for you guys today. I am sorry that I'm having to make this. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And yes, we are still doing the Ipsy Glam Bag Plus, or Ipsy Glam Bag X video, because I got some things to say about that too, you guys. I was kind of hoping when May ended that it would be over, but I guess let's do this June 2021. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? All right. See you guys.